Dana, what's this moment like for you? I mean, we're back home in Vegas, right? I mean, you built this facility, and now you finally get to put it to like full use for like a UFC event, right? So what's the feel like for you right now?
Yeah, no, it's good to be here. This is where we should have been, a couple weeks ago too. But it's good to be back and pull this thing off, make Nevada feel comfortable. That obviously we can do this, we can do it safely, and get back to normal, or sort of normal anyway.
Sort of normal, yeah. It's like, were there any nerves on me? We didn't really. This wasn't official till Wednesday, right? I mean, so were there any nerves? Like,
no.
Pull the plug last minute?
I don't ever get nervous about stuff like this. I say it all the time. I got the best crew in the world. We can switch on a dime and go anywhere in the world and pull off an event. So I was never worried about it.
Right now, all we know is this week and next week. When will we know more? Like what the schedule looks like? You keep saying we're just going to start rolling out fights. When do we know more besides May 30th and June 6th?
Yeah, one thing that I've learned through the last couple of months is nothing is for sure. Everything can change and overnight. So we're focused on Saturday. We're going to get through Saturday and see how that plays out. And I'm ready, willing, and able to put on events anywhere in the world right now. So I told the world, a couple months ago, we'd be the first sport back. We'll also be the first sport back with fans. So, I'm working on lots of different things right now for this summer.
Do you have an idea how long you expect the Apex to be home? I mean, you said first back with fans. I mean, I know you're in touch with the president and all that. I mean, any idea when we might see fans or how long you expect to run here?
Obviously, it's gonna be different state to state, country to country. I'll never make a move that I don't feel is safe for my staff, the fighters, you guys, the fans. So when the time is right, in the right place, we'll do it.
Right. A couple of quick fighter questions for you.
And with the right technology.
Yeah. In Florida, we had the surprise retirement of Henry Cejudo. You said you'd let him cool off a little bit, talk to him a little bit. But it sounds like you moved on. Did you guys have a conversation? Because a lot of us thought maybe it was a negotiating ploy.
No, it wasn't. I told you guys last time I talked to you. He's been talking about retiring. This guy's been a professional athlete his entire life. I think he's tired of cutting weight. He's tired of, everybody wants to make it a money issue. Ask Henry what he made in his last fight, if he wants to tell you. I had this argument this morning on ESPN. It's like, if he wants to tell you, ask him what he made. And I think you will then realize it probably wasn't a money issue.
Well, speaking of money issues, can we ask about Jon Jones? I mean, he says that you're not being truthful about what happened.
Yeah.
He wasn't asking for an absurd amount of money. What can you say about that situation?
Yeah, it's fun working out in the gym in the morning, seeing tweets from Jon Jones saying I'm lying. We have text messages from Jon Jones. It's not like I can't prove what I'm saying is true. We have text messages from him, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put his text messages out in the press. I could. If Jon Jones wants to sit down and take a lie detector test about who's lying and who's not, we can do that too. So, I don't want to go there with this guy. The guy's made a lot of money. If you look at Jon Jones' track record, show me somebody that has the track record this guy has and has made the money that Jon Jones has made. Doesn't happen. And it's not like I'm out here on some smash Jon Jones crusade. I like Jon. I'm the one actually saying there is no debate. There is no argument. He's the GOAT. No matter what you think of his last two fights, the three people that matter said he won the fight. So, the guy's gone undefeated. He's fought everybody. He's fought all the best in the world, despite what he's been doing to himself outside of the octagon. Going through legal battles, drugs and alcohol, all the things that's gone on with Jon Jones, he is still the world champion, I don't know what else to say about it.
I know you don't like to talk hard figures, but can you give us an idea, like a percentage-wise or something? Like, what kind of increase was he asking for that you say is absurd? He says it never even got discussed.
I'll quote him and what he had said to my lawyer. Told my lawyer he wants what Deontay Wilder was paid.
What was that? I don't follow boxing cards. Does anybody know? 25 million?
I think it was 30 million. I think it was 30 million was what Deontay Wilder was paid. No, go ahead.
About today's weigh-in, everybody was wearing face masks, everybody involved, which was different than in Jacksonville. Was that a Nevada
Yeah.
What do you think of
Nevada.
it? And
Yeah.
why don't you wear it?
By state to state, it's going to be different. Everywhere we go, I'm sure different states are going to have different rules. And I wasn't there. I wasn't at the weigh-ins today. I don't have to wear a mask at press conferences.
What about tomorrow night at the fight? Will you have to?
Yeah, I'll be in my room. I'm going to watch the fights from my room.
Dana, earlier today, Eddie Hearn put out a press release saying that he's got a press conference with Ngannou and Dillian White tomorrow. Did you know about that before?
No, I like Eddie Hearn. I've said good things about Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said good things about us. I don't think that's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have any interest at all in that sort of like
No, I'm not interested in that right now. I'm not. Listen, we're in a place right now where we're all trying to get our businesses back up and running. I was talking to you guys about boxing for the last. I'm not even thinking about boxing anymore right now. I'm worried about this business right now. We're in a place where I'd have told you 4 months ago, you could put an 8th grader in charge of Disney, and you couldn't mess that up. I mean, Disney is such a big, badass, powerful company. No movies, no people at theme parks, and no live sports on ESPN. Who would have ever thought that would happen? And the one thing that I've learned through this is you never know. So many different things can happen to your business overnight, and even the untouchables can get hurt.
Dana, after you pulled off the logistics of putting on the fight 3 weeks ago in Jacksonville, what did you learn from that experience that you think you'll take that you can apply to tomorrow in terms of
What we learned from Jacksonville? Well, what happens is, we put together the plan that many people looked at and agreed with, that they thought was a good plan. Then it's just about implementing. You come in and, our crew is used to doing things one way. Now there's a lot of other extra things we have to do. So the more you do it, the better you get, the more efficient you get. And it's not that we're going to learn anything different. It's just we're going to become more efficient at doing it this way.
will there be any difference in the presentation of the product tomorrow night?
No. It should look exactly the same on TV.
Dana, we've seen this back and forth between Masvidal and Usman, someone saying this and that, but Masvidal saying, he could end up fighting Nate. Has anyone even spoken to Nate? Does Nate even know that?
Somebody said that what?
Masvidal says he might end up fighting Nate Diaz. But does
Listen,
anyone-
my guys are all they're all going quarantine crazy right now, man. Everybody's sitting in their house losing their minds. Everybody's on social media. No place to train, no fights lined up. We got to knock tomorrow out, get the 6 done, and get back on schedule and start putting together these big fights with everybody, because everybody's losing their minds right now.
What's Fight Island happening?
Huh?
Fight Island update.
Yeah. Fight Island is in a great spot. I'm not announcing where it is until I think that the fantasy of Fight Island I don't want it to eclipse the reality of Fight Island. You know what I mean? So the fans and the media have run away with this thing. I'm like, man, we're not saying anything about Fight Island until we have some damn good images of Fight Island, because I think the fantasy is completely. I saw an ESPN plane flying into the island and stuff like that. It's
What's the most ridiculous thing you've heard about Fight Island?
I think people have this idea of tiki torches and me sitting in some huge throne watching the fights, and it's fun, it's cool, but sometimes the fantasy eclipses the reality of it.
Is there a target date?
Huh? Yeah. I don't know.
Target date for the first event?
Huh?
Do you have the target date for the first event yet for Fight Island?
No.
Some of the big matches that
I'll have it next week. Next week.
some of the big matches that could be made, are they worth it financially if you can't have a gate?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. That's if you look at these other sports right now, are we going to go or are we not going to go? The big problem for all sports right now, them, is the gate. I mean, we'll lose over $100 million this year. Over $100 million. And it would be much easier for me to sit back and say, let's wait this thing out. Waiting this thing out is a good option for a lot of people right now because there's no gate. That's why aren't they releasing all these movies? They have all these movies in the can right now. They could be pumping these movies out left and right because they're going to lose possibly hundreds of millions of dollars in releasing these movies without people going and buying tickets at movie theaters. Usually goes movie theaters, then it goes to some exclusive, pay window, and then it gets released everywhere, then on TV, then, financially it's hard to operate right now with the way that things are going on, but I'm moving forward. I don't care. I'm gonna push through this. One of the things that we've always done is we figured out how to run our business without the help of anybody, Back in the days when we didn't have media, back in the days when we didn't have pay-per-view, we didn't have television, we didn't have all these things. We had to figure out ways to run our business. And that's just the way that I've always been built since we got into this thing. So that's why I knew we'd be first. And, it's just, yeah, I mean, you're right. It's tough without gates, but you don't hear me talk about it. You don't hear me bitch about it. We'll figure it out.
You think Conor will fight without a gate?
Huh?
You think Conor will fight in this environment?
Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, unless there's an absolute miracle and the world turns around in the next 3 months, which I don't see happening. I mean, people are crazy right now over this thing. I don't know. I would look 3 months ago. Ask me any question about this business. I will tell you. It's a fact, definite. This is what's going to happen. This is what I don't know anymore. I don't know. Since this thing started, I've been trying to get ahead of it and get ahead of it and get ahead of it. And every time we thought we got ahead of it, the next day it would change. And I'm not going to sit here and act like now that it's all starting to come back, I know what's going to happen 30 days from now, because I don't. So I'm in the same boat as everybody else. I'm just trying to think ahead and try to figure this thing out, and be aggressive and be aggressive, but be smart about it. I mean, you're a guy that's been involved in everything since, does anybody feeling safe in this situation that you're in right now? And you didn't, and Florida when we just started doing it again. And I promise you, the more we do it, the better it's gonna get. Tonight, I will take my 5th test for COVID-19. And that doesn't include the antibody test. So I gotta be the most tested guy, or one of the most tested guys on earth.
Last question from Bob.
Will Conor bring his asking price to fight? Will he bring that down?
Will Conor bring what?
His asking price of what he needs to fight.
I highly doubt it.
Even
I got guys hammering me for more money right now. Apparently they don't watch the news and know we're in a pandemic, but no, these guys don't. That isn't their problem.
you haven't had
You know what I mean?
discussion that there's no live gate.
Well, this. We've never done that to an athlete ever. We've never done that to an athlete. In this business, I am the guy that assumes all the risk, okay? I'm gonna get you to fight for this and you're gonna fight for that. We build a card, right? When we came out in this pandemic, common sense would tell you we're gonna do good. There's no guarantees that we're gonna do well. I assume all the risk, and that is my job to figure out. So if you're one of the problems, I think that's what's going. I haven't paid too much attention to it because I got my own problems. I think that's what's going on in baseball. The owners are saying, "Wait a minute, we're going to get killed here. You guys are going to have to take pay cuts," and the fighters are saying, the players are saying, "Wait a minute, that's not my problem. That's your problem. You got to figure out how to make money. You told me you were going to pay me this much money to play baseball, right?" I haven't done that to any of my employees either. I haven't laid off any of my employees. Nobody at work has taken a pay cut at the UFC. And we're in the same boat that everybody else is in, yet I'm running my business. And I haven't cut anybody's money. I haven't asked one fighter to take anything less. It's the complete opposite. They're asking for more money, And the way that I look at it, that's my problem. I need to figure that out.
Thanks, guys.
Cool? Thank you, guys.